Ross Tycholls was an outstanding player who went on to an excellent career as a baseball coach and as an administrator for baseball in Manitoba. Ross, how did you get started on this remarkable baseball run?
Well, you know, as a child, I liked both hockey and ball, and I started playing ball. I really think at about 18 to 20 years old, I loved ball more, and so I just kept on playing. I played in Saskatchewan first, and ended up in Manitoba in my 20s, and just loved the game wherever I was.
As a player, you were a perennial all-star in the Southwest Manitoba Baseball League. You were a pitcher and a first baseman, and did you have a preference as to position?
I probably pitched because I had to. I played first base and hit. That was my job. Mm-hmm. But you know, in most small towns, I became a pitcher and was that third or fourth guy who pitched a lot of innings. But I like to play the field better.
At the provincial championships one year, you hit 3 grand slams, 5 homers in total, and 3 doubles in leading the Deloraine Royals to victory. The opposition pitchers must have loved to see you walking up to the plate.
Well, you know, it was something that just happened, and it seemed like whenever I got up, there was runners on base. And obviously the bases were full, and I had a good weekend, and everything looked good and looked big, and I just swung, and you know, I was hitting it, and I just kept that bat hot all weekend, so it was good.
Did anybody record it on film or tape or anything? That would have been great.
No, in that era they didn't do much of that, so it was just there live.
As a coach, your teams made 17 provincial playoff appearances between 1991 and 2015. 17 out of 25. That's what I'd call a very enviable record, sir.
Yeah, you know, and it became, after the playing, coaching really got me. I loved it. I liked working with the kids. I later worked with adults in MSBL, and to me, coaching really was my gratifying part of the game, and I kept on learning, and I said to guys, I didn't stop learning, and I started learning at 45, so I learned more and taught more then. So,
you were selected as the Manitoba Baseball Association's High Performance Coach of the Year. That was in 2003. 3 times you were the Senior League's Coach of the Year. So those are honors that I'm sure you can reflect on with a great deal of pride.
Yeah, and I guess, I mean, every coach knows its players. I had good teams. You know, I tried to get the best out of my teams, and I guess I always tried to work to try to get those bottom guys to get better and the top guys to perform. And those years were all good years, and I just loved that high competition baseball. It was really driving me.
The secret is to get the lesser lights to perform as well as your top liners, isn't it?
Yeah, and I say there's A, B, and C. It's when your C's can be your B's and your B's can become A's. It is. And every team, if you have 13 or 14 guys, you always have the 4 or 5 good ones. It's when those other ones contribute and do their job, and that's what I liked.
Ross, you've been known as a great promoter of baseball. You've also been credited with reviving the sport across southwestern Manitoba. What did you do to get that kind of recognition?
Well, I don't know if I revived it, but baseball did go through a spin in the 90s, and you know, every town had a team back in the 80s, and then I guess through a couple of leagues there, as senior baseball leagues, I worked with that, and minor baseball was the same thing, and it's almost gone through that again right now, and I'm still staying involved trying to keep baseball going, and I guess I contributed. I always worked at a league level, and if we can get our teams to provincials, I work with them.
I'm sure that baseball fans in your region of the province appreciate what you've done as the Southwest Baseball League president as well for 10 years, and then you've been president of minor baseball in Reston for 12 years. Can you keep up that sort of commitment?
Well, I've become, and I call myself a senator now. I'm probably less involved at doing. I work. I do like AAA tryouts for the kids. I try to work. I work with the senior team now, but I don't coach it. So I've stayed involved with the baseball and trying to keep it going. And actually, I've become a pretty good grounds guy, and they get phone calls from all over how to fix this diamond or what are you doing there. So I've stayed involved, and I'll keep on promoting it as long as I can.
The Manitoba Baseball Association has been fortunate really to have you as a director, and you've also been vice president of high performance. Very deservingly, you were inducted into the Manitoba Baseball Honor Society. That was in 2012. Did they give you a plaque to put on the wall for that?
Yeah, they did. And you know, it actually was pretty good because you're with your peers, and it's kind of like this, you're with the people that are in the game, and I felt good with that. I mean, I felt you know, it was something that they recognized me for all my efforts, and I really felt due. And yes, I did get a plaque. It's down there in that wall.
And Ross, this honor in 2016, what does it mean to you to be inducted into the baseball shrine in our province?
Well, it's nice to be recognized. My wife asked me if it was a nervous feeling. I says, no, it's a gratifying feeling. I find, you know, I've worked hard. And I'm not discontinuing to work, but I really feel that to have been selected by peers and other people, you know, it shows that you've done maybe a little bit more. And, you know, there's some great people, and I love the baseball world, and it's a great honor for me to be inducted.
Ross Tycholls, the pride of Reston, Manitoba, and now a member of the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame.